Miss Shari Francis here. And guess what? It is Halloween season. And I am in Brooklyn right now, and I was thinking, what is a better way to celebrate the Halloween spirit or the season in itself than talking to some New York interior designers and hearing their spine-chilling stories about their experiences in their careers. Way too long.
I know, it's been too long. Hi everyone, my name is Kamaya Brown. I am the owner and operator of Kamaya Brown Interiors. We are a bespoke interior design firm located in Brooklyn, New York. On this one project, I will call it the millwork that did not work.
Oh.
Yes, it was a custom kitchen millwork project. We did custom cabinetry for the bedrooms and also for the bathrooms. And unfortunately, they tried to take some shortcuts. The client and both myself noticed. And instead of book matching our panels, they had misordered the wrong size. And so they tried to match with some old panels that they had, and it looked terrible. And they fought me on redoing it. Then we also found other issues with all of the door fronts. They put too much glue. So all the glue was coming forward. So they had to take every single door. So the client was without doors for about 3 weeks.
Girl, I'm feeling you on that because I haven't had that kind of story, but
so frustrating and terrifying. It was so terrifying.
Oh my gosh. That is a story. I'm glad you survived it. Our business is not easy.
I'm coming, looking at everything with a magnifying glass, but with an awareness that what we discussed is exactly what I expect, which is excellent.
Girl. I love that. I love that. I'm taking that from you.
Absolutely.
I'm an architect and project designer at Perkins Eastman. I do everything from big to small. Personally, what really makes my heart jump is when your computer crashes. And that's like when you realize when that happens, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
People are on you and they need it now. Thank God it's one of those moments where I found it eventually, but that gave me the biggest scare like in my life. Seriously.
When did this last happen for you?
It happened only 3 weeks ago.
Ooh.
Hi, my name is Christina Castañas. I'm the co-founder with General of Me and General Design.
Yes, I'm General Judd, the husband and wife team.
And we have an architectural interior design studio.
Here in Brooklyn.
We only had one really, really horrific client.
Oh.
So that's the interesting, some were difficult, some were more testy. Yeah, he's like, oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
But to this day, we drive by the building still, and we're like, oh my God. I'm like, I start sweating in the palms and everything like that. So she was like a screamer. She was kind of horrible. It was a total gut renovation of the lobby. It was so easy. So, oh my God. Anyways, so she was the manager of the building. So she wasn't the owner of the building.
Oh.
So she was just managing the entire project. We noticed she just started screaming at everybody all the time, like literally screaming at people. So all our team were always just like, we don't want to go. We're not going to do this.
Perfect for Halloween.
Yeah, because she was
screaming.
just screaming, like literally. Like our architect was like, oh my God, like I can't even deal with her. We call it like the Mailbox Mayhem thing because part of
Mailbox Mayhem, yes.
her biggest thing was every person who lives in this building is like old and ancient, she said, and they have to have their mailbox exactly where they need it, where they've always had it. So the mailbox design has to be, whatever you do with the USPS, make sure it's like new, but the same, so they don't get confused or whatever it was. She screamed at us about, I was like, so-and-so, whatever his name was, he can't get into his mailbox. He can't reach his mailbox. Finally, we realized the GC was like, oh, I put the 6 inches, and I didn't tell the mill worker that was going to be the 6 inches. So, but because also too, it would not pass inspection with the USPS. There are mistakes. There's always mistakes. There's always like a miscalculation or a miscoordination or something like that. I mean, we'd like to have it not happen, but it does happen, and that was clearly something that was GC and the mill worker driven. They were just doing their thing, and it was fast and furious. And it's fine. It's like whatever. It can be fixed.
And in the end,
But
everything and anything you can fix.
Yeah. And it's like, and speaking kindly to people, like he talked to the mill worker and we spoke the story and the mill worker agreed to fix it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Without charging, I guess, how they worked it out, I don't know. But,
I worked it out.
Yeah, he worked it out. That's what the general superpower. Yeah. The key too is like when a client tells me that they want something, I always tell my team, I'm like, I don't care what you want to propose something different, give them what they asked for.
So my name is Jamel Williams. I am the founder and principal designer at To Be Design. It's a full-service luxury residential interior design company servicing all of New York and surrounding areas. If I can think back to maybe one of the scariest moments for me, let's call it 7 years of bad luck. I was working on this project in Upper East Side. The project went perfectly. We're at the very last stage where all the artwork is up and everything is just good. So I'm walking through the apartment, making sure everything is good. So my client has this antique infinity mirror on the wall. It's a large piece, beautiful piece, and it's crooked. I go over to the piece and I try to adjust it, and as I'm adjusting it, it slides straight off of the wall and hits the floor.
Oh my God. Oh.
Oh yes, and that was my exact reaction. And my other reaction was and that's exactly what I did. This is a second home for the client. So their primary home is out east, like in East Hampton. So they didn't know for about a week to a week and a half because I needed to figure out how do I make this right? Where do I go to get this fixed? And again, not to mention the piece was from 1976. So, you know, to replace those light bulbs and to replace the glass, and it was literally a nightmare. So finally, when I realized that I couldn't replace it exactly how it needed to be, I had to break the news to them. Ultimately, it ended up not being as bad as I thought. The clients were very gracious. But I think the biggest takeaway is that, you know, while we are designers and we want to make sure the space is perfect, you know, we do also have to realize that there's a lot of liability involved. So, you know, for something like an expensive piece of artwork or an antique piece, you know, just don't touch it. Another lesson or takeaway, liability insurance.
Like these other designers, I too have a horror story that I want to share. The Deceptive Contractor. When my family and I were renovating our family home, they had hired a contractor who I highly disapproved of. He underbid, which was really, really inexpensive, and I was worried about that. I had a sneaky suspicion that he was going to run with our money. His whole idea of construction did not turn out well. He started off okay in the beginning, and then small mistakes turned into larger mistakes and bigger mistakes and bigger mistakes. While his mistakes got larger, his behavior also became a little bit erratic. He did say that he was going to complete construction once my family and I were away on vacation, and when we came back, we would have a house to live in. Well, that didn't happen. When we came back, the house was still in ruins. He actually stole our money. He had requested a final payment, which I had said no to, and of course the family gave it to him. He took the money and he left the house in shambles. He did not attach outdoor drainage. He also used interior beams meant for commercial use as a deck framing, which is a huge no-no. I had to correct everything. Had to find different contractors to redo most of the construction. Do not hire a cheap contractor. They don't know what they're doing, or they are trying to entice you with a really great price, only to shoot up some of these prices during construction and hold your house hostage. Trust your gut. Do not go with the cheapest contractor. I hope you all have a great Halloween and be safe and have fun. And until next time, see you later.